great music, great ribs. This is one city I don't mind visiting. We know MP came ready to play.
You the man, MP! Show him what you got!
Well, you can't help but notice the high style of the Grizzlies as they came through the tunnel earlier on, all set to take the stage in front of their loyal fans. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they'll host the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And looking at that Nets matchup, it's the 8th time they'll take the floor in this fledgling season. They'll be prepared for a tough one there.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. The guard set is Giddey and White. Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. And it's Hall in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Grizzlies, Morant is the point, with Bane out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there with Wells, and it's Edey in at the center, filling out the middle. And one thing to note, MP has vocalized his desire to be the top rookie in this class. He wants to outdo his peers every time he's on the floor.
And I love that MP is walking into this league with his sights set high. But guess what? He's got his work cut out for him. When you look at the names in this rookie class, now we get to enjoy watching him chase his dreams here in the NBA. Good luck to MP on the journey.
All right, let's hand it over to David Aldridge, who has a report on MP.
Thanks, Kevin. As you know, there's still a lot of season ahead, but we've got a couple of opposing rookies in this one. When I asked about tonight's matchup against a fellow rookie, MP told me he's made it a goal to prove that he's the best player in this class. He's got a lot of confidence, Kevin.
A ton of confidence, David, and that's something you got to have in this NBA. Well, here we are, Greg, at the very start of the season, and many teams are still figuring things out.
And Kevin, you can't take any of these lineups as final just yet. Coaches might keep trying some new things, tinkering a little bit, and these teams are very much works in progress.
Hall, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Wells with it. Now guarded by Hall. And stolen by Giddey. And here's the fast break. Goes up. The big dunk at the end of the break.
And great work on the defensive end. When Giddey is engaged, he is more than capable of being an impact player defensively.
Grizzlies have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Morant with a wide open look. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
And you look at the Grizzlies' defense the last few years, RJ extremely disruptive.
Yeah, they've been top of the league in steals and blocks. That's just a part of the DNA in Memphis. It can be exhausting playing against guys like this.
Hall's gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. Outside, Bane. Morant surveying the D. Nifty move. And the layup is up and in. Morant's got 5 now.
They've come out strong 3 of their first 4 to start the game.
Giddey the pass to Hall. Over Wells. Hall, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Morant outside. Pass to Jackson. Morant outside. From past the arc. And it's White with the rebound. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
Bulls shooting their first free throw of the game right now. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Clark comes in for Jaren Jackson. And Santi Aldama is subbed in for Wells. The Bulls also changing it up. Smith comes in for Buzelis. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Kobe White. Aldama with the ball. Covered by Hall. Morant with another miss. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
That's just an aggressive finish by Vooch. Once he gets strong inside positioning, he's looking for the finish.
Clark kicks to Morant. Pass to Bain. And another miss by Memphis. Chicago leading by 8. Baseline jumper. And that one off the back of the rim and in. 12 points for prime time.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they're in control on both ends of the court, and it's always impressive when you build a double-digit lead in the first quarter.
Back to Morant. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Some changes for Memphis. Timeout called here, the first for Memphis. And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over. Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
So the Bulls 5 right now. The guard set is Giddey and White. Primetime is out there with Buzelis. And it's Collins in at the center position. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Hall, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Now here's Morant. 29 points for him last game against Orlando. Bain passes to Jackson. Out to Morant. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Bulls.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Bain for 3. That shot no good. Chicago's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. White, good.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Now here's Wells. 5 points in the game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Richard for the Bulls, just 1 playoff appearance in their last 7 seasons.
Look, the last 4 years under Coach Billy Donovan, they've been respectable, but with all of the injuries and all of the issues, the path to true contention is probably on the other side of a long rebuild.
Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. And Chicago also making a switch. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for White.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Here's Clark. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Aldama. Got a piece of it.
Making good use of his length, Buzelis able to track down the block that time.
It's good. 20 points for prime time.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Morant trains it from 9 feet away. Morant's got his third basket of the night right there.
A point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
Here's Hall. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
Here's Bane. He hits that shot, his first of the night, now 1 for 6.
Kind of a rare spot for Bane, but he's a true shooter, so he can get it dialed in.
Here's Hall. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Now Morant. 7 points in the game. 4 seconds left. That one's not going to go.
Just enough resistance to force them as barely. That's one he'll generally make.
And so it's Chicago, rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action in just a minute.
Welcome, everybody. It may be early on in the season, but not too early to take a full assessment of the Eastern Conference standings.
Well, right now for the Bulls, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Bulls.
Their passing was clearly superior in the first half. They were playing a team game, not one-on-one basketball. Good player movement, good ball movement, and they have a healthy lead to show it.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Really an incredible game from primetime.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Wells in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Edey. To the inside. The shot by Wells, no good. Chicago has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. White the pass to Hall. Fires for 3. Connects from 3-point range. Hall's got 29 in the game.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Outside Jackson. Here's Morant. Pass to Wells. Shot to stop the run. Hits the three-point bomb. Wells has got 10.
And it took some time, but hopefully getting that make will kind of kickstart him, kind of wake him up here in this third quarter.
Oh, wow!
That is powerful.
I mean, a 6'8" playmaker. Giddey is a point forward, and he piles up the assists.
Giddey against Morant. Now here's Jackson. It's stolen by Buzelis. To the paint. Out to White. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Morant with it. He has 7. It's rebounded by Giddey.
Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute, just one.
Oh, my goodness. What a play.
Oh, my. Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Hall. That's good. And so Giddey with the assist. 35 points for prime time. Oh, boy, looks like he was injured there.
Yeah, looks like he's in real pain. Definitely a concern right now.
Look, I'm no doctor, and I know that might be a surprise to a lot of you people, but look, that looked pretty harsh, and he's certainly going to have to miss some extended time.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Aldama's checked in. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's Hall. Yep, it counts. Hall's got 37.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
There's a screen by Aldama. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Kobe White became one of the top candidates last season for Most Improved Player. He says, I always tried to just let the work show. I wanted to prove that I could be a starting guard in this league. I've just got to continue to get better every day, be aggressive, and be who I am. Kevin, back to you.
All right, D.A., love that attitude. Yes, that goes in. Hall's got 39.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Bain kicks to Jackson. Sinks the triple. Jackson's got his third basket of the night.
That's just unfair. 6'11" Jackson just sinking threes. I guess this is the new NBA.
Hall, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Aldama, the shot, no good. Great D that time from Vucevic. White inside, guarded by Bain. Buzelis, no one around him. The three-pointer is right on target. Buzelis has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Bulls. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Outside, Bain. They set the pick. No good with the triple. Chicago has gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting.
With his soft touch around the rim, Buzelis should score a lot of points in the paint over his career.
Pass to Edey with 4 seconds on the clock. 1 second left, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Guys, good job hitting ahead. That means we're running, which is good, okay? We've got to pay attention right now, okay, and what we're doing coming out of timeouts.
Pushing the action, fast pace. Billy Donovan wants to keep them rolling it out. Changes for Memphis. Edie's checked in for Brandon Clark. Sharon Jackson comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's John Morant in for Pippen. And the Bulls making a change also. Hall's checked in. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Collins. Kevin Huerter is out there with Trey Jones. And it's Smith. And it's Hall in at the 3. Hall, that's good. Hall's got 41.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
Pass to Aldama. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. They get it back. And it's Morant missing. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Here's Hall. Going inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Jackson with the screen. Down low. And the dunk by Jackson.
Jackson rolling off the pick, can finish with either hand or just rise and fire.
Here's Hall. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Left side, Bain. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bulls.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for prime time.
We certainly got to see his best effort on offense, attacking the defense without fear and grabbing a lot of buckets.
A moment for an injury report.
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Grizzlies. Unfortunately, it looks like that injury is going to be a severely sprained ankle. At such an early point of the season, it's a tough time to lose him. It's disappointing for everyone. Guys?
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sidelines.
And you just hate to see any injury, but potentially a serious one like this breaks your heart.
R.J. Morant has always had unquestionable talent. Now it's a question of, can he focus on his game?
And you hope he had his wake-up call. Still one of the most exciting players in the game. His burst and bounce, one of a kind.
The Bulls making a switch here. Smith is checked in.
In an era where so many point guards are three-point shooters, Ja Morant, you know what? This man is built different. He's more of a throwback. Ja wants to apply pressure by driving, not shooting threes.
Pippen sets a screen for Morant. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
As Ja gets more consistent from range, he becomes that much more dynamic. And that, let me just tell you, that's going to be bad news for the rest of this league.
And it's good, 2 points. 54 points for prime time.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never
Welcome in to the Jalen Murphy Show. I'm your host, Jalen Murphy. I know more about sports than you do.
That's debatable.
Watch your mouth, Russ. We got a great show for you today, starting off with a brand new segment, Trash Talk Do's and Don'ts.
Oh, I'll start. Don't tell people how to trash talk when you were a seventh man with a rickety jump shot and the handle of a precocious fourth grader.
Okay. Do keep your mouth shut if you spent most of your career waving towels at the end of the bench.
You know what? You've been selling me short since college, man. How about this? We could have won a championship, but you looked me off to take a double-team 30-footer at the buzzer, buddy.
For the last time, Russell, you weren't open.
I was open.
Guys.
I was open. I was wide open.
Just, if I may, can I just say, wowzers. I'm so looking forward to learning from both of you. And more data is always important, even when it's something as unquantifiable as trash talk.
Shut it, Toby!
Way to bring the effort tonight. Another day, another win. Good work.
I told you. Once you make the starting lineup, we're in the endorsement game now.
Yeah.
And look where we at.
Does that mean that you finally got me a shoe deal?
What? Great choice.
Yo, I cannot believe I'm getting paid. Yo, I appreciate all this, man. You putting in work.
Shaking MP. Win this game so we can go hit the buffet for some chicken wings.
Just about game time. Bring the
MP, you're
pain
about to go
time.
off.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We're ready to brighten the weekend with some Saturday night basketball. Two slam dunk champs, Grant Hill and Brent Berry, our analysts tonight. Brian, very early in the season, but a lot of excitement still in the air, Grant.
No question, BA. I mean, the fan base will usually carry it until their team is mathematically eliminated. Fans in this league are so passionate about their teams. And that's one of the things that makes the NBA so great.
And coming into the season, MP was very open about his motivation. He wants to prove he's the best rookie in the class.
We know full well how much hype there was behind MP coming into this league, and he was bold to suggest in public that he wants to be the best in his rookie class. And so far, MP hasn't let us down one bit. He's been electrifying and living up to his word.
And now the opening lineup for Chicago. Gideon White pair to make the backcourt. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. And it's Hall in at the 3. Now let's send it down to Ali, who has a report on MP.
Thanks, guys. MP is so excited to be here in the NBA. He's aiming for the top of his rookie class. He told me pregame, growing up in Plainview, I dreamed of playing in this league. So just being here is special. We'll see how he performs. Brian?
Well, Ali, I can't wait to see this kid's career develop. And six-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Grant.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate. And they've swayed the outcome of games.
They get it again. Here's Chicago now. Here's Hall. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Hall's got 7 points.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Pass to Rizachet. Looking to end the run. And it's good on the layup.
It's always good to see Rizachet mixing it up down low.
Down low. Here's Hall. And he dunks it down.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, BA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised. He didn't come up with something a little more creative. For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Young from long range. The rebound by Hall.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Shot on the wing. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. He's got 13.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Picked up by Okongwu. Young from long range. Connects from downtown.
And that's where Young is just so comfortable. He lives well beyond the three-point line.
Here's Hall. The rebound by Atlanta.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
And Giddey has got the ball here for the Bulls. They're leading by 8. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys. And he hasn't really had that.
Back to Young. Okongwu, a screen on Giddey. Young from long range.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Here's Hall. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Hall's got 17.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Okongwu, the pass to Johnson. Here's Okongwu. Here's Risache. And he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game. Clock at 2. And the 3 off target. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 17-5 run. And Hall gets it to go.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up. Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Young looking for an opening. And Atlanta misses again.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
The first quarter concludes, and a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Chicago ahead, up by 16. And we welcome you back. Chicago, Buzelis is checked in for Smith. Hall comes in for Herter, and it's Josh Giddey in for Jones. On the court for Chicago. Giddey and White pair to make the backcourt. Buzelis out there with Zach Collins. And it's Hall in at the 3, the small forward.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Throws it up high! And he lays in the alley-oop pass.
And no question, Trae Young is a very special passer and playmaker on the floor.
Here's Hall. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Giddey's got assist number 5 here tonight. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. You see that tapering off at any point?
BA, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in the game is add more time to the clock.
And when healthy, LeVert is a problem. A multi-dimensional guard who can score, pass, and rebound at an impressive clip.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Hawks. Risache comes in for Mann, and a change for the Bulls. Herter's checked in for White. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department and then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you. Pass to Hall. Minute 32 left in the first half. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Hall's got 8 here in this quarter.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
LeVert goes against Herder. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
And the Hawks making a change here. Daniels is checked in. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Chicago. White comes in for Herder. Hawks trail by 13. Here's Young. Pass to Rizachet. Takes a 3. Offensive board. Deflected.
Nice rejection from Giddey.
Here's Hall. Drops in the 3. Hall's got 32 points in the game.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Pass to Daniels. Picked up by Okongwu. Shot is up. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 5 rebounds tonight. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Here's Rizachet. It's hauled in by White. Driving to the basket, and Hall gets it to go. Hall's got 34.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Off with the layup.
That's the shot you hope for, right at the rim, just couldn't capitalize.
And so it's Chicago, feeling confident. 18-point lead to end that quarter. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. More NBA on 2K Sports right after. After this.
They're getting destroyed inside. I'm pretty sure even Kenny could get a layup on them right now.
Shaq, I'd get a layup on you every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pick and roll game was just phenomenal.
And during that first half of play, these two leading the way for their respective teams.
We've got a game within a game. These two guys are trading blows, raising elbows, trading bows, making me wish I was out there right now.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Chicago leading by 18. Rizachet and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the Hawks 5.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
There's Young with the 3. Rebound by the Bulls.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Chicago shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And Young has got the ball here for Atlanta. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance. Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. Chicago leading by 21. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, guys, in a year with no consensus #1 overall pick, Zachary Risacher out of France, maybe not a surefire star, but certainly a player with a lot of talent, a 3-and-D prospect with the prototype length and size. The Hawks saw him as a plug-and-play addition to their roster. He should be making an instant impact, guys.
Absolutely. All right, Shams, thank you. Good stuff. Pass to Young. Here's the three. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 7 rebounds in the game.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
And Hall gets it to go.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
Outside Young. Picked up by Okongwu for 3. And Young is good from 3. Young's got his second basket on the night.
Great to watch Trae Young set plays up on a nightly basis.
Here's Hall. Here he goes. And he slams it in one-handed.
He is the story for them offensively and a big reason why they're ahead.
Pass to Risacher. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Showcasing his athleticism. Plays like this are why you got to be excited about Risacher's future in this league.
And he makes it.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Outside Johnson. Now here's Okongwu. Outside Johnson. And it's off from 3-point range.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Zealous' shot is good.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Pass to Daniels. Here's Risacher. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Risacher's got 6 in the quarter. For Chicago, they've gotten 7 of 8 shots to fall in the third quarter so far. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Pass to Okongwu. Uses the glass on the layup. Okongwu's got his first points of the game. Bulls leading by 22. Giddey passes to Hall. Over Risacher. And Hall gets it to go.
I mean, some good stuff out here. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come off of nice passes.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Oh, my. Their coach does not look happy, and I can guess why. Their interior defense has been struggling.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
All right, let's take a look back at last season and see the teams who collected the most second chance points. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
Second chance points were crucial to their offensive production, so they worked to maximize that strength.
58 seconds left in the third quarter. LeVert with the ball. Now guarded by White. To the paint. Here's Johnson. Tipped. White, the pass to Hall. Another one goes. Incredible. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
There's 38 seconds left in the third. Here's LeVert. And Atlanta misses again.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Here's Hall. Rebound Atlanta. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Jones against LeVert. Niang outside. To the inside. Man. The kick out to Johnson. Shot clock at 3. And here's LeVert for 3. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And just nails the 3. Way to close the quarter.
Well, you love nailing the last second shot. Always a feel-good moment.
And so it's Chicago, ending the period up by a staggering 23 points. Defense is setting the tone. Back after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Atlanta is shooting at 32% from the floor. Not good. On the court for the Bulls, getting the fourth quarter going. Josh Giddey out there with Ayo Dosunmu. Then there's Kevin Huerter. Then it's Buzelis. And it's Collins in at the center position, locking down the middle. Now Giddey. Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. And these days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
Bufkin, he's checked in for Atlanta. Capella with it. Pass to Niang. And here's Man. Niang a screen. Fires for 3. Buzelis grabs the board.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Dosunmu outside. Collins outside. A completely new group for the Hawks. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Here's Hall. Wing shot on the way. That shot is off. Inside. Here's Daniels. Misses from close range. Chicago leading by 23. Here's Hall. Over Young. And Hall gets it to go. Hall's got 53 points.
Relentless in his approach. He has one thing on his mind: close this game out.
To the middle. Here's Daniels. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
Here's Hall. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Pass to Okongwu. Here's Risache. The rebound by Hall. Hall's got his 5th rebound in this one. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th. Here's Risache. And Brent, you look at the greater parity around the league. One factor, rebuilding teams can't hoard cap space like they once did.
Yeah, BA, so much tougher for teams to absorb these huge contracts in exchange for picks. So now you've got to use that cap space from day one, jump on the guys that you think are going to propel your team and hope for the best.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Hits yet again! Wow!
A 60-piece. Oh, my goodness. And it's not his first of the year.
Well, he's tied for the 4th most 60-point games during a single season. It's incredible. 1:05 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Risache to halt the run. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Hey, if you give him room, he's going to score the ball.
Pass to Hall. Driving inside. Yet another bucket. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Here's Risache. Over to the left wing. Misses the 3. Here's Hall. Shoots over Young. The bank shot, no good. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Daniels. Okongwu, a screen on White. Here's Daniels. Out to the right wing. Picked up by Okongwu. Here's Risache. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson with our entire 2K.
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood.
Hey, props to MP on his first 60-point game. I mean, there's not many people in the world as good at anything as he is at putting the ball in the basket. More, please.
Good job, MP. I see.
Feeling pretty good, huh?
No doubt, Coach. This was a win worth celebrating, right?
Keep celebrating and it'll be our last.
What?
The teams that win and keep winning rediscover that hunger night after night. You linger over any one game and you give whoever's next on the schedule the edge. You want to enjoy that result? Responsibly? Win the next one. That's how winners celebrate.
They're a good team, but we got you. So we're going to win.
Get ready to light it up tonight.
And we welcome you to this NBA Cup game with a bit more riding on the line here than usual. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for him.
And he's fallen out of favor a little bit in their offense, at least compared to how he was being used earlier in the season. His usage percentage is down over the past 5 games. Maybe he'll be more involved here tonight.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The front court is Risacher and Johnson. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. And for Chicago, Primetime is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Terry. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. Something we talked about not too long ago was MP's mission to be the best of his rookie class. Really trying to distinguish himself.
And MP talked a big game, but boy, has he backed it up. He's absolutely hit the ground running and has been showing up his fellow rookies to this point.
And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now here's Terry after Clint Capella's miss. Lets the 3 fly and count it. 3-pointer good on the shot from Hall. Hall's got 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Johnson outside. Inside. And the dunk by Risacher.
Yeah, if you give Risacher a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Billy, Donovan and I got a chance to talk for a little bit. Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young, and the coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with his shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Capella finds Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Risacher with it. Takes a 3. Terry grabs the board. You know, these last few years, Stan, Atlanta has been outstanding on the offensive end. But boy, have they struggled on defense.
Yeah, and I just don't know if they can go to where they want to go unless they can just develop at least an average defense, and they haven't even been close to that.
And I know we've not seen a champion who is only one or the other. I mean, you've got to be a little bit of both, correct?
Yeah, Kevin, most of our champions, as you know, have been in the top 10 in both offensive and defensive rating. Yeah, and you know, Young gets to the line as much as any small guard. We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line. Well, come on, guys. Did you really think they'd shoot 100% for the game? Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
The Bulls shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
LeVert's checked in for Risacher. Free throw, no good for Giddey. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
And here are the Bulls now, after Karis LeVert made the last 3-pointer. Hands it from downtown. 11 points for prime time.
Well, he's been hot out of the gates, 4 for 5, and he might just be getting started.
Giddey against Young. Capella with a screen on Giddey. And here's Young from the arc. It's good from long range. Young's got 5.
Well, one of the best from deep. Trae Young with the emphatic 3.
Hall, no good. The Hawks trail by 5. Here's Daniels. It's tipped. Here's Hall. LeVert defending. Fires it up. Again, Chicago.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to talk to his guys. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Zach Collins checked in for Vucevic. Smith comes in for Buzelis. Checked in for Chicago. Lonzo Ball comes in for Josh Giddey.
Got this in.
Bulls leading by 3. Pass to Hall. There's the triple. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. 16 points for him.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
They set the pick. LeVert with a wide open look. The Hawks again can't hit. Chicago has gone 4-7 from three-point range so far in the first. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game time. Buries the long-range jumper. And that's now 19 points for prime time.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now Reza Shea puts up a deep 3. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's Chicago, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Chicago?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. We've got Terrence Mann. Okongwu is out there with George Niang. Then there's Reza Shea, and it's LeVert in at the 1. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Ball. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Here's Hall, defended by Mann. And the Bulls, another 3.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
LeVert score the basket, his 3rd after 5 shots.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
Lets it go from deep. Another triple from Hall. Hall's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Dyson Daniels. David, what's the latest?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Hawks provided us with some information. He told me that he bruised his rib. He's got a pretty good mark there, and he is really feeling it. This was a team that was struggling a bit, so losing him hurts extra. But they have to cope with the loss. Back to you.
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it as always.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
Here's Krejci, and the rejection by Smith. Here's Hall. Last time out, he had 44 points. Well, the league has made sure the NBA Cup has dedicated nights on the calendar for this tournament in order to accentuate these group stage games.
And I like that format because it makes it clear to the players and fans that these games mean something more than a normal regular season game.
And the jam by Larry Nance.
I tell you what, Nance plays with a force every night. Explosive, tough, fearless.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Chicago making some changes. Buzelis is checked in for Smith. And Josh Giddey's subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Drills it from outside.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
The Hawks trail by 15. 1:32 left in the first half of the game. Young from outside. Rebounded by Vucevic. Here's Chicago. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Hall. He's got 31. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Shot from 12. Count that bucket. Young's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, Young does a great job of this. Using the dribble to put you on your heels, and then he pulls up and shoots the ball.
From deep. Rebound by the Hawks. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense...
Good! Another from three.
And he's scorching hot. Another three.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game. Shoots the three, and the three ball is good. He's got 10.
As a leader, you've got to know when your team needs a response. Young gets that, and great three to answer right back.
Hall, that's good.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Young looking around. Capella with a screen on Giddey. Young, no good. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Bulls lead by 19. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first half performance it's been for the Chicago Bulls.
Obviously, they've been locked in from range. Your confidence grows as each shot goes in. It becomes contagious.
And now let's take a look at our power rankings and see who's ahead in the early going.
Looking at the Bulls, they're the best team in the league, and they know it. When you're the biggest dog,
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Really an incredible game from primetime.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others
Yeah, now that he's established that defensive presence, guys think twice before challenging him.
We've got Terry. Primetime is out there with Buzelis. And it's Vucevic. And it's Giddey in at point. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Here's Hall. Connects again from distance.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
And it's a four-way tie now. Himself, Curry, Zach LaVine, and Dame Lillard.
Baker, good. Another from 3.
And of course it falls for him. That 3 pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget.
And all those great shooting performances from Klay Thompson, well, this night belongs right there with him.
The Hawks again can't hit.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's the 3. And again for 3.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful 3.
A new single-game record, GA, in a night that everyone will remember for the rest of their lives.
And Klay Thompson viewed as one of the best shooters ever to play this game. Hard to believe that the mark of 14-made threes has been passed here this evening.
So, after a tremendous performance, let's go to center court to hear from MP himself.
Obviously, this isn't something you really prepare for. It's crazy. Setting the record for threes in a game. It takes me back to what it took to get here. All those hours alone in the gym with just my dreams. Now they're coming true. It's because of all the hard work that I put in and also all the hard work that my teammates put in. So thank y'all. And I also want to thank all the three-point shooters from NBA history, the ones that made the shot into the weapon that it's become. Steph, Dame, Ray, Larry. Now you got to add my name to the list. And I'm just getting started. So thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Well said by MP. Bravo, MP, accepting this honor while staying focused on the task at hand. Greg, I know you were impressed.
And Kevin, doing this at home had to feel good, right? Now they just have to win this game, and the party can really start.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Young against Giddey to stop the run. It's rebounded by Giddey.
Well, 4 failed attempts to start this half. Not what they wanted out of the locker room.
And making his 3rd All-Star appearance last season, Trae Young, a guy who is filled with so much skill in elite play.
Well, look, Trae Young may be as much fun to watch, Kevin, as any player in this league. With his quickness, with his shooting range, and he is as creative a passer as anyone I have ever seen.
He is fun to watch, isn't he?
He really is.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. Searching for that first bucket here in the 3rd. Into the lane. Banked in off the glass. Young's got 12 in the game.
And with that bucket, he ceases a 14-0 run by the Bulls.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable. Risacher wide open. And it falls over the rim and in. 6 points for him.
A catch-and-shoot specialist. Risacher thrives in that role.
Here's Hall. No good on the triple. Hawks have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Young against Giddey. Lob pass to Capella. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, great communication and timing. Setting Capella up for a big jam.
Beyond the arc. Hall, no good. The Hawks have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Young for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Terry's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
The Bulls have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. A 3-ball, and another one falls.
And it's 60 points again. Can't believe he's done it now 3 times.
I mean, right, 3 times. He's now tied for the 3rd most 60-point games in a single campaign. To the left side wing. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Hall passes to Giddey. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. 3-pointer. Good, another from 3. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that 3-point shot.
Young outside. Cranes the 3-pointer. Young's got 5 points in the quarter.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Welcome back, everyone, as we continue on a record-setting night.
And a 3-point barrage, the likes of which we've never seen. This man is etching his name in the history books.
Well, a moment like this really highlights the hard work MP has poured into his game. He's successfully pushed himself to achieve a whole new level of greatness. Amazing.
And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
On the court for Atlanta, Niang out there with Okongwu. Then it's Terrence Mann. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Puffkin in at the point guard. Collins against Okongwu. Here's Niang. And he banks in the layup.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
The Bulls shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field. And another one falls. Amazing.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. 3-pointer, LeVert. Collins grabs the miss.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Hall. Another one goes. Incredible.
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time. For Chicago, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Hawks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. On the wing, man. He's covered by Hall.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
And yep, another basket.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history.
And honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. I mean, he's into the mid-70s scoring-wise. Wilt's 78, Kobe's 81, and Wilt's 100 are the only higher scoring games ever.
LeVert against Herter. Looking to get it going, and LeVert finishes inside.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Hall. And the 3 off target.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Bufkin. The 3. That shot misses. Here's Chicago. They're on a 17-6 run. This one for 3. He can't get that one to fall. Atlanta's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Good, he hits again.
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now 3rd all-time for points in a game. 1 for the ages.
He surpassed Wilt Chamberlain's less famous scoring mark from 1961, and Kobe Bryant now in his sights.
And here's LeVert. Shoots over Herter. And it's LeVert missing.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
And as we head to the final buzz,
yet another bucket.
And that score moves him up in the record books yet again.
He now stands, Greg, alone for second place for points. What an unbelievable night.
And with 81 in the rearview mirror, he only has the great Wilt Chamberlain and his 100 mark left, a record nobody thought would be touched. But this is the closest anybody has ever come.
Connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
Three-pointer, LeVert sinks the three-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And they're off to a great start in the NBA Cup, a 2-0 record in the group stage.
And in this format, you need a third win in the group stage.
So you just set the record for most three-pointers made in a game. What are you feeling right now?
Sabrina, I feel like sitting down somewhere. No, but for real though, I feel great. Tonight was a great night, and it felt like the basket was a foot wider than normal. You know, I was able to get a lot of good shots, and I was able to make a lot.
Now that you've set this record, other defenses are going to want to make sure you don't do the same to them. How do you think they'll respond?
They'll adjust, we'll adjust. You know, basketball is a game of adjustments. They just have to figure out how to stop us first.
All right, thanks again.
Thank you.
Joe, when you're as hot as you were tonight, does it feel like you're playing a different game from the other 9 guys on the court?
I definitely felt in sync with my teammates, that's for sure. But the defense wasn't escorting me to open spots behind the line either. You know, it's never as easy as it looks from the stands or on TV. Michelle.
Do you care how long your record lasts?
Yep. No, not at all. You know, records only really come to life when they're threatened or broken. So I'm glad I gave the future something to shoot for.
Thanks, MP.
Thank you, Michelle.
Huge moment on the show today as I am ready to unveil my ultimate NBA Dynasty rankings.
All right, I mean, it took you long enough.
Actually, he brought this up 2 weeks ago.
Finally, Toby says something useful.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, it would have taken me 20 minutes, but maybe that's because I know how to ball.
No one knows more than me, Russell,
Whatever.
about anything.
Oof, that is patently false.
And you can patently shut it.
That doesn't make sense.
Maybe not, Toby. I'm not a book boy like you, but I am a knower of ball, and I am ready to unveil my dynasty list.
All right, just say it already. Do we need a drum roll?
All right, here we go. In reverse order, please hold your applause until the end. Number 9, Hakeem's Rockets.
I like that. I like that.
Number 8, Isaiah's Bad Boy Pistons. Number 7, LeBron's Big 3 Heat. Number 6, Birds Big 3 Celtics. Number 5, Steph's Warriors. Number 4, Duncan's Spurs. Number 3, Kobe's Lakers. Number 2, Magic's Showtime Lakers. And number 1.
I mean, it's
you guys
obviously
ready?
Jordan's Bulls.
Jordan's Bulls.
Wrong! It's Jordan's Bulls!
Yeah, that's what I said.
No spoilers, Russ.
I mean, we both said it already.
We could debate the definition of spoiler all day long, but what I want to know is, what do you think?
I mean, quite frankly, it's a shockingly coherent list, especially for you, Jalen. But, you know, I think some of the placement is debatable.
Nobody cares, Toby. Russ, what do you think? You're a hooper. How'd I do?
Honestly, I think my biggest thing is Duncan's Spurs. You know, I feel like you put him a little high.
What about 5 championships? Don't you understand,
No, I know.
Russell?
It's how long it took to get him. You know, it was
Duncan's first championship came in 1999, and his last was in 2014. That's a 16-year span.
Right, and the Warriors, who you put below them, won 4 in 9 years. I mean, I could even make the case for the Celtics being more dominant, winning 3 and 7, including 5 finals appearances and going up against those great Lakers teams. Plus, I might put Larry over Steph if we're keeping it 100.
Look, those are interesting points you both make. It's clear you spent a lot of time thinking about this, and for that, I commend you. Unfortunately, it pains me to say this, but you're both unbelievably wrong and stupid.
Okay, we don't need to make it personal, Jalen. It's okay to disagree.
Everything is personal, Russ. This is war.
Pretty sure this is a TV show.
That it is, Toby, which means it's time for a quick commercial break. Back with more Jalen Murphy Show after this.
Call the electrician because MP just shot the lights out.
Just looked at my phone and MP made how many threes tonight? My guy is crazy.
Basketball didn't turn out, you could have
Man,
been a
that
PR
was
whiz.
crazy.
Great
You look
stuff,
like Greg
MP.
Hodges out there.
Great stuff.
Good game, MP. You have been playing well as a starter.
Yeah, and we are confident it is the right move for the long-term health of the team.
But
not everyone is as thrilled as we are with the new lineup.
I'm sure you can figure out who he's talking about.
I mean, if I were him, I'd be unhappy too. But like you said, there's no place for hurt feelings, and this is a grown man's league.
Yes, of course. But we would like you to make a special effort to get him more involved in the offense when you're on the floor with him.
We've talked a lot about using your gravity to get everyone involved. We just want to make sure that he's one of those people.
Look, I'm not trying to give you guys a hard time, but I don't understand what the problem is. We're winning games.
Okay,
Isn't that what's most important?
We're winning games now, in the regular season. But we're going to need him down the line, not just in the playoffs, but in the years to come. And if he feels like his talents are being wasted, he's going to want out. We could lose him.
And it's throwing off chemistry in the locker room.
I get that. But what's more important to him? Winning games or usage rate?
It's not that simple, MP. Everyone's got an ego, right? And quite frankly, he earned his.
He has done a lot for this organization, and we are just trying to do right by him. How would you feel if the tables were turned?
Look, I'll do what I can, but at the end of the day, he's his own man and he can make his own decisions.
We understand that. But we have some reasonable requests that we think you're going to be okay with.
All right, look, I'll give him my best shot, but he has to hold up his end of the bargain. I can't put the ball in the basket for him, too.
All we ask is that you try. It's in the best interest of the organization, MP.
We need you to be a team player.
Jake, what's up, man?
What's up, MP? Man, pleasure to meet you.
Man, same here. When my manager told me that you wanted to connect, I was all about it. Did he give you a tour?
No, but he looked like he was pretty busy.
Oh, man, that wasn't very neighborly of him.
I see what you did there.
Yeah,
I see
you
what
saw
you
that.
did. Yeah.
Hey, so you want a tour now, though?
You know, a tour would be cool, but I was thinking maybe we could hoop.
Oh, yeah, I did hear that you were pretty good. Okay.
Listen, I'm not joining the league anytime soon, but I can hold my own and pick up.
Okay, Jake. For you, Jake, anything, man. Let's do it.
Hey, you really are a good neighbor.
Let's see if you still feel the same way when we're done. I know you're an old pro at the insurance game, but this is my specialty, man. I'm not taking it easy on you,
Hey,
right?
I wouldn't have it any other way.
All right.
All right.
Yo, good game, man. You could ball.
Oh, man, that was a dream come true. Look, I've met a lot of MPs in my time, but this is the first time I've hooped with one of them.
Hey, that's what we do here, man. We make dreams a reality.
Hey, man, as a token of my appreciation, I got you a couple of gifts. You know, can't welcome someone into the neighborhood without a gift, right?
Man, you didn't have to do that.
Hey, what can I say? You know, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I didn't think you would do it. You did it, man.
I gotta say the best for last, right?
I hear that. I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks again, MP. I've really had a great time today.
Thank you.
Yo, MP, how'd that meeting go today?
Yo, it was okay. They said that they want me to try to keep the peace.
Keep the peace?
Yeah.
Like how?
They said that they need everyone to win championships, so I should try to create more open looks.
Open looks? For the guy who can't adjust to his new role on the team, and who's running around blaming everybody but himself.
Yeah, I guess they worried about losing him in the offseason, man.
No, losing him. They should be worried about losing you, man.
Why? I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, but you can't let them know that. Come on, you think they need him to win championships?
Honestly, I don't know. Defenses, they get tough in the playoffs, man, but I know that I can deliver in the crunch time.
Exactly. Okay, that's why you need to focus on you, okay? Whether he comes along or not, that's up to him.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, P, but I'm trying to bring championships to this city.
Duh, that's why they got you, man. They don't need him.
Even MJ needed Scotty, P. I'm trying to win here, nowhere else, all right?
Look, is this guy Scotty? Because I don't see him on any GOAT lists. Look, your job is to be a star, okay? So just go be a star. All right, their job is to build a good team. All right, don't let them put that on you, okay?
Look, I hear what you're saying, P, but it's not that simple, man.
Look, man, I'm just here to give you advice, okay? Look, what you do with that is up to you. All right, but I know you. All right, and I know your dream is to create a dynasty bigger than MJ's. All right, in order for you to do that, you need to become the face of this franchise. Don't let anyone get in your way, no matter what they've done for this team in the past.
Maybe, man.
Okay, look, I get that. All right, and I got your back. I'm just telling you how I see it. And for your sake, I hope you see it too.
Looking good, my guy.
I hate the Spurs. Make sure you win tonight or it's a long flight home.
Yo, MP, let's go. Hey, MP. It's your world. We just live it.
Up next, the Bulls taking on the Spurs. For the Chicago Bulls, a standout first half of the year has them in first place in the East. Spurs, Bulls, and we'll be right back after this. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Here with the greats, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson, and Allie LaForce, our reporter. And while we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for Nikola Vucevic.
Unfortunately, we've seen his ability as a rebounder take a back seat these past few seasons. And I'd like to see him refocus on that element of his game. You can never have enough rebounds, in my opinion.
And a look at the starters for the Bulls. We've got Buzelis, Ayo Dosunmu out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Nikola Vucevic, and it's Hall in at the 3, the small forward. And for San Antonio, Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle, and it's Vassell in at the 3. And MP said he wanted to outplay every player in his rookie class. Easy to say, much harder to do.
We've had a lot of guys set out to be the top rookie in their class, but adjusting to this league can be more difficult than anticipated, which is why MP deserves high praise. His goal has been to be the best rookie, and so far, that's exactly what he's done.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks, guys. Well, the Spurs with some experienced additions, bringing in Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes, their mentorship is likely just as valuable to this young roster as their contributions on the court. And with legendary head coach Greg Popovich, they're creating an environment for growth in San Antonio. They're really building things the right way, guys.
All right, Shams, appreciate the report. And Hall gets it to go. Hall's got his second basket on the night. And what an incredible achievement from MP recently. Grant, he turned in one of the most efficient games you will ever see.
Well, you talk about what it means to dominate. MP was the definition of that with his performance. Now, everything fell for him, and it looked like he was a man amongst boys.
He's been working on his shot, and it's showing in Vassell's game.
Now Giddey. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. This one for three. Another three for Chicago. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Here's Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You got to keep him out of the paint.
Giddey passes to Hall for three. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists in the game.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
The Spurs have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Pass to Castle. Vassell outside. Sohan outside. Fires from deep. The rebound by Hall. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp.
Well, when you were a player, Richard, did you enjoy the early part of the season?
I loved the early part of the season. All the things that you worked on during the summer, you get to implement them at the start of the season. You get to see who was putting in work. That's the part that makes the game fun.
Vassell outside. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Pass to Castle. Fox outside. Clock at 6. Spurs need to get one up here. Castle for 3. The rebound by Hall. Bulls leading by 8 to the paint. And it's Buzelis that time on the assist from Giddey.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Fox outside. Sohan outside. And no good. The dry spell continues. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. With the fadeaway. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Castle for 3. That won't go for him. Now 0 for 2.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
From the wing. And again, it's Chicago.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He's going to talk it over with his guys. So both teams making some changes here. And the power rankings look more concrete every day. Plenty of games behind us here in December. You look at the Spurs, they've still got a solid hold on that 3rd spot.
Well, right now for the Bulls, they're playing fantastic basketball right now. I know it's early in the year, but surprisingly, they may turn out to be the team to beat.
Now here's Johnson. 27 points his last game. Wembanyama. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing. Dominating on the inside.
Jones, the pass to Hall. On the take. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
San Antonio with the ball. Chicago making their last shot. Over to the left wing. Here's Wembanyama. Collins with the defensive effort.
Just enough resistance to force them as barely. That's one he'll generally make.
From downtown. Rebounded by Johnson. Here's Wembanyama. Fires from way outside. And that's not going to go. And so it's the Chicago Bulls, a sizable lead of 14 at the break. They put in. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
Barnes is out there with Johnson. Then there's Chris Paul. Then there's De'Aaron Fox. And it's MyCAREER in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Richard, when it comes to the Bulls, they have one of the most committed fan bases in the league.
Yeah, the Chicago fans are for real. The Bulls are routinely at the top of the list for total attendance. Even on the road, there are usually Bulls fans sprinkled in every crowd.
Here's Hall. He's guarded by Barnes. Up and in on the layup. Hall's got 21.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Fox against Herder, and it's Fox missing. Chicago leading by 13. Here's Hall. Oh, drains the 19-footer. Give him 23.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Here's Fox. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Fox has got 5 points now in the quarter.
He is a rare one who's more comfortable inside. Fox, look, his game is about attacking, getting in close, not necessarily making a ton of threes. Now, I'll be honest, he's having a better quarter than a lot of my nights back when I played.
Paul looking it over. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Okay, HB, I see you still pack a punch. That's an impressive finish.
Jones, the pass to Hall. Let's go with a 3. That's good, and it's Jones with the assist. Jones has got 3 assists tonight.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride. The hot hand.
Jones against Paul. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Back to Paul. Now Barnes. Here's Mamukelashvili. Yes, it's good. Mamukelashvili's got his first bucket in this one.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
RJ, with Harrison Barnes on the roster, a team can count on durability and reliability.
Oh, and don't forget about the veteran leadership he brings to the table. You can't underestimate how important it is to have a champion and a veteran like that in your locker room.
Paul passes to Mamukelashvili. Now here's Fox. Jacks up a three. Chicago with a rebound. Paul's got 4 rebounds in the game. Bulls leading by 17. Launches a three. Another three for Chicago.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. Well, De'Aaron Fox, the inaugural 2023 Clutch Player of the Year, he said, quote, "You can't be afraid to fail. Obviously, you're not going to make every shot, but my team put me in position to succeed, so the least I can do is have confidence in myself to take good shots." Brian?
Allie, thanks. You know, he's become a star. Chicago making a switch here. Vucevic, he's checked in for Collins. Buzelis comes in for Smith. Dosunmu, he's checked in for Herter. And Giddey's subbed in for Jones. Here's Wembanyama. San Antonio again can't hit. Here's Chicago now. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Hall. And Chicago again with a bucket.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Pass to Sohan. Up top, Vassell. He had 9 points in his last time out.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake. They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
San Antonio has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Pass to Castle. Vassell, right side. Lets it go from deep. San Antonio again can't hit. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. And they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
And the basket by Castle.
Wow, you don't see tons of those from Castle.
Paul against Giddey. Here's Hall. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Giddey's got 6 assists now in the game. Oh, deflected. Vucevic with a steal. A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Bulls out in front, running away with it. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting.
Taking a look here at Chicago. I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
And looking now at that first half where everything was going wrong for the San Antonio Spurs.
Poor communication.
And that's it for halftime.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue, but in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
And so in the game for the Bulls, they've got Nikola Vucevic, Josh Giddey out there with Dosunmu. Then it's Buzelis, and it's Hall in at the 3 spot. As quick as anyone in the league, RJ, De'Aaron Fox. How does his speed affect the game?
Well, he's one of those players that normally you have one or the other, but he's quick and fast. Now, that's a mean combination because in the open court, he can break you down. In the half court, he has the quick left to right lateral movement that can cause problems in pick and roll.
To the middle. Back to Vassell. The 3-ball. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Pass to Giddey. From about 16. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Hall's got 45 points.
Yeah, great find by Giddey. Tall guard who sees the floor so well.
Pulls it in from the elbow. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Hall. Oh, a rim-rattling 2-handed jam.
Tonight, their attack revolves around him. As he goes, so goes the offense.
For San Antonio, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Fox surveying the D. Vucevic against Wembanyama. Fade away. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Giddey's got rebound number 5 here tonight. 18 feet out. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
And for San Antonio, they're shooting only 36% so far in this game.
How about Castle? He'll take any chance he gets to finish with power.
Here's Hall. And it's good! He hits another one. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Here's Vassell outside Wembanyama. Pass to Fox. Beyond the arc. A rebound by Hall. Chicago with the ball. A big stretch here going. 10-2. And for an up-and-coming San Antonio Spurs team. Grant, what's the key for them in your mind?
I'd have to say, B.A., that it's patience. You know, young guys need time to develop their game and learn from experience. You can't expect people to become stars overnight.
Here's Castle. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
Keldon Johnson, he's checked in for San Antonio.
You love the frame and the length.
Oh, wow! Okay, I didn't see that coming.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Fox against ball. Fox, the pass to Wembanyama. San Antonio again can't hit. Pass to Collins. Here's Hall. The three. Another one goes. Incredible.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Ball against Fox. And the layup is good. Fox has got 10 points in the game.
The defense comes at Fox hard, but he's ready for it. He knows how to stay agile and nimble inside.
Here's Hall. Hits yet again. Wow!
I can't believe I'm saying this. He's now second in 60-point games all time.
Tapping into his full arsenal, night in, night out. Back to Fox. Fires the three. Williams grabs the board.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational. Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
50 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Castle for three. No good that time. Chicago has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Here's Hall. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Getting buckets at a critical time. Just give them the ball and let them go to work.
Chicago shooting their first free throw of the night. And the Spurs making a change here. San Antonio's got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Wembanyama, the pass to Champagnie. San Antonio again can't hit. Chicago with the ball. Their next game playing at home as the Pacers come to town. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
To the inside. Oh! Wembanyama throws it down.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Chicago ahead, just dominating this one. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more
who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, This is Brian Anderson. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everybody.
They really thought they had a chance.
MP, keep taking them to church, my guy. You the best rookie in your class, and it's not even close. Salute.